nice to see him tonight because against Oklahoma City, there were several moments in game, Angel, where you could see the grimacing, that shoulder was really plaguing him at times. So I think it's going to be management the rest of the season.
First attempt, no good, but the offensive rebound, Wells has been stellar for them in this season. The rookie has been a threat at both ends of the floor as the threat indeed puts him on the board first.
On the defensive end. Look at him fight around the screen trying to prevent that catch.
Defense is where Taylor Jenkins wants more from his squad, but on the other side, a big-time three. How they were going to find different opportunities for different people on the floor to be consistent on the offensive end with so many different moving pieces. Ja Morant at the rim. There's not much you can do about that.
First by Ja. They'd like to get in transition as much as possible.
Picking up where he left off.
In his shooting arm, Angel DB.
Yeah, Cassidy, I think that's what Taylor Jenkins was telling us as well. Some natural soreness. It wasn't a re-aggravation from the surgery that he had in the offseason. Knocks down the triple from the corner. He's made a 3 in now 9 straight games as Max Christie almost lost the handle. Williams top of the key. Trey drains it. Fabulous job in the last few games. Making his mark was a huge boost for them as well off the bench, but Marshall, little cherry picking, finds a way to a 2.
Boy, you miss a chippy on one end, and look what happens, and now you get out and run off a turnover here if you're Dallas.
Even thought he could find Edie up top instead. Marshall with back-to-back buckets, and right away.
Great defense starts with your offense, and that means getting a quality shot. Too often they're turning it over at key points, and this is the other problem.
Is that last bucket no good, and about 90 seconds left in this first quarter. Dinwiddie gets that one. Wanted the foul as well, but another tray goes down. That's the 4th of the quarter for Dallas. Couldn't convert it there.
Right, tremendous find, though. How about that wraparound pass under duress of the clock? That's going to be a foul and an end.
Take advantage of your depth going forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a strength of ours all year. You know, give them credit. They're playing with a lot of confidence. You know, we got to come out here and set the tone. So,
thanks for your time, Desmond. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Bain to Kennard, working the baseline, finds Jaren Jackson for the triple. And you almost thought that was going to come back out of the rim, but that falls for their second of the game. Attempt there. Desmond Bain forcing the issue at the rim. Took a hard foul, a hard fall into one of our cameramen.
It's a great point, and this is a team that is second in the league in paint points, but their finishing in the paint tonight has not been good.
Tray ball good from the corner.
Like, set your position and hold and let that offensive player work off you.
This is first personal foul as the tray ball for Wells finally goes down. The fast pace, Williams, corner 3, and they keep reining it in, which leads to yet another timeout needing to be called for Taylor Jenkins.
That's been such a big part of this game. That's a heck of a play defensively.
Almost got you out of your seat. I had to make sure I had to continue for a look as Clark is able to get one off the glass.
Just loud enough for the audience at home to hear. Oh, that's a great defensive play. I'll tell you what, Williams has got some hops, and that leads to a 3. The other Williams.
A lot, to say the least, within the last month, but is there any optimism knowing what's on the roster at this time, just not available in this year?
And even Mark Cuban, you know, participated in a discussion about the trading away of Luka. As Ja finally gets a bucket.
A season high, 17 points all in the first quarter. Dallas starting off with the ball in the second half. The air ball cleaned up by Marshall once again. Desmond Bain off the glass. Edie on the attempt back, couldn't get it. Desmond Bain came back in bounds, able to get in on the action. And knocks down the 3, and those are the type of plays they need. It looked different in spraying it out as they have the lead 61-57 here. And Klay Thompson finally comes alive from outside.
Just 4 for 12, but I promise you, he will keep shooting.
Last game had his 7th with 6 or more threes. Has another attempt on the other side. Brandon Williams as Zach Edey. You asked who was going to be that person to step up. Zach said, I entered the chat.
Yeah.
And the pace starting to pick up for both sides. Williams again off the bench. Knocks down yet another.
He's, you know, virtually manning the center spot when Edie's on the floor. That's a tough match. And how about Ja Morant, okay? This is amazing what making a free throw can do for somebody's game.
Unfortunately, he did miss one of the pair to end the streak, amazing streak that he was on. And Brandon Marshall just one away from his career high. In and out, going at Clark in the chest, gets the double team. Spencer Dinwiddie finds Christie on the tray. Bottom of the net.
I love that sequence.
Well over Houston. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ja Morant off the bounce, going at everyone. The swag is coming out after just having 7 in the first half. Going at Marshall, taking it, nothing there. It's Clark trying to clean it up. But Ja Morant able to get fouls.
One of the biggest things they had to do this season was become a little bit more focused as a cutting basketball team. How do you open windows without screens? You got to have movement as Max Christie gets another three.
Took a fall underneath. Well, Martin caught some people sleeping underneath for Memphis. So here comes Dallas. Max Christie finds Exum, releases before it expires off the glass.
Presented by State Farm here with Brandon Williams, who is a point away from your career high. So how have you been able to take advantage of your opportunities tonight?
I mean, like you just said, just taking advantage of opportunity, not really looking just to, you know what I mean, come out here and just compete, whatever it looks like. Night in, night out, that's what's going to look like for me for sure. So.
This has been a back and forth game with Ja starting to find his rhythm, and you guys have limited bodies. What's it going to take to finish this one strong?
Well, we know what kind of player he is, so it's going to take all of us, you know what I mean, kind of building a wall. And the main thing is just rebounding, especially with this team.
Thanks for your time and good luck going forward. Angel?
Edie going at Marshall, draws the double team from Dinwiddie, that opens the lane, and Edie able to push that one back.
That's what I'm talking about.
On the inside is Najee Marshall. Sends it back to Dante Exum, who had one of the coolest threes we've seen from Dallas in this game as Klay Thompson knocks down hit or die. A scenario where they can get a good one here on the road. Bane, a lot of contact, nothing called, and Taylor Jenkins frustrated with the lack of call there. Avery Dorsberg and Cassidy Hubbard on the call as we're just under 9 minutes here in the fourth quarter. For joining us for International Women's Day broadcast as out of the break. Klay Thompson almost connected as Najee Marshall. Did he come from half court to get that one? Finds Thompson. That one's good. Luke Kennard with 7 points, 3 for 6 off the bench. Williams finally gets a new season high, career high with 28. What a tear we've seen. The Lakers on an 8-game win streak going into overtime against New York. And wow, Ja Morant is a human highlight reel. Both teams coming in, dropping 5 of their last 6 games as Ja Morant able to kiss that off the glass. With the rock is very scary. Marshall thought he had a steal, took the gamble, and Desmond made him pay. Top of the key, why not?
27, no leak out. Your defensive transition has got to be good as well.
Bane gets it. Short on the attempt, but Clark on the cleanup. 3 for 9 for Klay Thompson in this ball game from outside. Ja Morant parted like the sea and gets another 2. Difference right now, Ja Morant going at Brandon Williams. There's not much you can do.
Tell you what, different guy in the second half. They dominate in that regard.
7 on the shot clock. Williams still with the assignment for Ja. Night-night. Memphis came into this ball game seeking to get back into the win column. A lot of doubt on how they would be able to finish and get a huge one here in Dallas.